Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I just wanted to do a quick reading using my Simply Black and White deck to discover where are those missing 50 pages. I'm talking about the FBI interviews and the evidence from the 80s involving Trump and that 13-year-old girl he allegedly AR'd. It's that story that just won't go away. And the cards, they're unfolding a story around it that's pretty heavy. So I'm looking at the first card that I pulled in answer to the question, what happened to those 50 pages? And I got pure sorrow. You see this woman on the couch, she's dabbing her eyes, she's crying her heart out, she's surrounded by tissues, and she's holding a picture, and there's a smashed picture on the floor. She's smashed picture here and a smashed picture here. Okay. This is a display of heartache and disappointment. Represents the survivor to me, the 13-year-old girl who's now a woman. And it's also telling me that these documents, they aren't just sitting in a file cabinet somewhere. They're being held in a vibration of suppression. It's like the system has smashed the evidence to keep the sorrow from being seen. And it says these pages are currently sitting in a place of deep, dark secrecy, locked away in a DOJ database, specifically to keep the heartache of that survivor from coming into light. It's a very, very hidden energy, very, very dark play. My next question to the cards is, have those files been destroyed? And I got the finale. As you can see, there's a woman here all dressed in black walking out of a cemetery. And look, it says, here lies the past. Letting go, endings, changes, new beginnings. So a cemetery is where we put things when we want them to stay dead, right? So this card is literally telling us that the people in power now have ended the life of those particular pages of the files. They've treated them like a corpse. They've walked away and left them in the ground. So while they might not be shredded, they've been burying the truth. So they do exist. There are 50 missing pages, and someone has actively taken action to bury them, to hide them, to suppress them. They're hoping that by walking out of the cemetery and closing the gate behind, the world will just forget that there's a body in there. But then we have the broken mirror. Lacking confidence, self-conscious, low self-esteem, constant need for reassurance. I'm more inspired by the image in this one than the keywords. So this answers the question, what conditions are the files actually in? What state or condition are the files now in? Have they been destroyed? I see that they've been buried, but they've also been shattered or put in pieces, broken up. This card talks about self-esteem and a need for reassurance. So to me, this says the documents haven't been totally wiped out, but they have been mutilated, broken up. They've got these things called bait stamps, which are basically just the ID numbers at the bottom of a legal paper to keep them in order. And those numbers are skipping all over the place. So it's like a book with page 10 through 60 ripped out. It's a fragmented truth. They've shattered the records. Maybe they're in different areas. Some of the pages are somewhere and other pages are somewhere else. I don't know if it's that basic. They've shattered the records because they're desperate for the reassurance that the public won't see a clear reflection of what has happened. They're trying to hide the cracks in the mirror so the image of the president stays intact. And finally, I asked, does anyone have the copies of these pages? Can anyone produce these pages? And I got distractions. Absent-minded, interference, disturbance, procrastination. Interference is the key word that sticks out to me. If you'll notice, there's a lot going on in this card. There's a woman's head that's been cut off at the crown, and inside is another crown, the crown that was cut off but smaller. And then on top of it is just a bunch of junk, like vacuum cleaners, a bunch of junk thoughts, vacuum cleaners, keyboards, computers, speeding signs, guitars, papers, clocks, pizza, thoughts about money, a light bulb, all kinds of junk, all kinds of distractions. So, I mean, this is exactly what's happening in the news today, right? All these interferences and disturbances, the State of the Union, the tariffs, they're all designed to be a vacuum for your mind. They're trying to suck up the attention so nobody looks at the crown, which is the real truth sitting right there. And as I pointed out to you, there's also a second crown, right? They thought they cut it off, but the second crown is still there. People aren't going to forget about these 50 pages. And I feel like this is also saying that the information is still there. It's still inscribed. Someone does have access to the information that's missing. Could be the House Oversight Committee. They're starting to see through all the interference. They're looking for the papers that the vacuum cleaner tried to suck up. So look, the files are buried in a cemetery and the records have been shattered. They've been messed with for sure. But the distraction card tells me that they aren't gone. They're just under a mountain of noise, distractions. It's a real mess. Someone knows where those missing pages are, though, and we just have to see who's actually going to be the one to pull them out. I wonder if it'll be Iran. Could be someone else. But someone else does have access to those pages. And that's my short reading. I hope that you enjoyed it, found it healing, helpful, and hopeful, and insightful. I don't know if you found it all that, but I hope you at least found it engaging. We'll see how it plays out. It's just a reading, a moment in time. It's being captured by the cards. And I only read potentials that can be predicted. But a prediction is a prediction, right? It's just based on the potential. And with someone's will, voice, or action that can change that, just like that. So we have to remember that card reading is not set in stone. All right, I hope you enjoyed the reading, and thanks for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and share this video with your friends in social media. I'd really appreciate it. I've been trying to get back in the flow of things, and I feel like I've been posting a lot, but I'm not in the YouTube algorithm, so I really need your help and assistance by hitting that like button. Thanks so much, and we'll see you soon. Bye.